welcome to another episode of Art Misunderstood. My name is Tim, and today I'm going to draw you a picture. So today's episode comes as a request from Daniel Boyer, who requested I draw none other than the Merc with the mouth, Deadpool.
Oh, I'm touching myself tonight.
So for this episode, these are the supplies that I'll be using to create my image of Deadpool. Yay! First up, my mechanical pencil, black and white Prismacolor Premier color pencils, Sharpie liner pens and a Pitt pen, an assortment of acrylic paintbrushes, an old toothbrush, my handy dandy airbrush, and finally I'll be drawing this on a piece of red textured pastel paper. So starting off this image like any other, I begin drawing my build lines with my mechanical pencil. It is a little bit easier to draw someone that is completely covered with a mask, but you still have to keep the proportions correct or it's not going to look like the subject that you're trying to draw. And when I'm happy with those build lines, I make them permanent with my Sharpie liner pen. So who else out there in internet land is extremely excited for this movie? Oh boy, I know I am. So once I'm done inking the complete head, I begin filling in the darkest darks with my Pitt pen. And now I break out the black Prismacolor color pencil and begin shading the dark areas of Deadpool's mask. I think it's really cool that everybody has embraced and shown general affection and love towards this character. I remember him all the way back in the Rob Liefeld X-Force comics. And we're talking like 92, 93. And I thought he was so cool with his swords and guns. He looked like a ninja, but it was all red. Oh, I loved him. I loved him. I continue using my black color pencil to add form shadows to the ridge of the nose and other details to the face. So like I said earlier, I'm extremely excited for this movie. I think Ryan Reynolds was literally born to play this role. It's so unfortunate that our first offering of Deadpool in a live-action movie was in the very forgettable X-Men Origins Wolverine movie from 2009. But one of the shining points was the beginning with Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool. His stuff at the start was absolutely awesome. So I get out my mechanical pencil again and begin drawing in a lot of the details that are found on Deadpool's costume on his chest, shoulders, and the swords on his back. And when I'm happy with those lines, I ink them with my Sharpie liner pen. And following a similar process to the head, I begin filling in the darkest darks with my Pitt pen. And now I continue the process of shading with my black color pencil. So for a lot of people being a fan of Deadpool, most of them have come from enjoying his exploits in comic book form. But believe it or not, I didn't read a lot of Deadpool comics aside from, like I said earlier, in the early appearances in the X-Force series. But I actually started my love for Deadpool in the 2010 PlayStation 3 game, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. If you haven't played it, it is a classic Spider-Man game. It is a lot of fun. Check it out. Now I'm drawing Deadpool's hand and all the details on his glove. And it should be worth noting that as much as I believe Ryan Reynolds is the perfect Deadpool, in my heart of hearts, Deadpool will always be voiced by the actor Nolan North. He has been playing Deadpool the longest in all the animated movies and animated TV shows and the video games. Nolan North will always be Deadpool. But I must say, I'm really excited to see what Ryan Reynolds can do in a live-action Deadpool movie. So once I'm done with the black color pencil, I break out my airbrush and fill it with a watered-down black acrylic paint and begin darkening the areas that are black on Deadpool's costume. Now with some tracing paper, I make a mask and pull out my old toothbrush, get some white acrylic paint and begin the spatter technique. And once I'm done flinging paint around, I get out what is probably my favorite process in doing these types of pictures, the white Prismacolor color pencil. By adding highlights to the appropriate areas on Deadpool, it really gives a 3D effect and makes him pop. I also use the white color pencil to outline the entire image, plus I have to color in his eyes. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I would say this one is done. So there you go, Deadpool in all of his glory. I had a lot of fun doing this. Hopefully you enjoyed watching as well. If you have any requests of future episodes of things that you'd like to see me draw, leave them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Art Misunderstood. Hopefully you enjoyed the journey that I took you on. If you want to see more of my art, make sure to jump over to www.society6.com/misunderstoodartcompany. It's our official store. We have all our t-shirts, all our posters, prints, hoodies, a lot of really cool stuff, so make sure to check that out. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below.